Hello, guys, and welcome back to Tiff Talks. Today, we're doing episode 5, the year I cried the most. Crying doesn't make you weak, it's an active release. Today, I want to normalize vulnerability. Hoo child. The year I feel like I cried the most is the year of 29. Like, and I mean like really cry to release, not like cry for 3 seconds and then go on with the day. Like, I feel like ever since I've moved out, it was like new emotion unlocked, like these emotions that, not that I couldn't feel before, but I just didn't have, I guess, the space, or yeah, the space to express, or the space to hold those emotions. Like, I was always on the go. I always had to do something. I had to go home, I had to cook, I had to clean, I had to do that. When I was at work, I had to do this, I had to do that. And now that I'm coming home to an empty space, no responsibilities, no nothing, all I gotta do is take care of me and do for me. It allowed me the space to have these emotions without someone questioning you, or without someone bombarding, or the lack of boundaries, or whatever. Like, if I'm sad, I could be sad by myself. If I'm happy, I could be happy by myself. Because crying to me and vulnerability to me means tears of sadness, tears of anger, tears of joy. Because you could cry in all three scenarios. So I feel like, yeah, I definitely cried the most this year, because this year has been the most change for me. Like, this year is the year of, like, I don't want to say I'm no longer the victim, but I'm no longer the victim. Like, what I allow myself to carry this whole time, that's not who I am anymore. Like, that's not my story. Like, what you did to me or didn't do for me, it's not my story anymore. Like, I'm gonna shut this way. I'm gonna do my shadow work. I'm gonna face the unknown, the ugly, that yet have to become of me, with or without you. Times crying became a healthy release. I feel like, just as recent, I've had this epiphany, and I started doing like this shadow work, because I was kind of shameful for some of my actions. And it's okay to self-reflect. So I was self-reflecting, and I just had to cry it out, because sometimes we could be so focused on what others do to you, and how can you do me like that, I would never do you like that. And especially if a scenario drags out for multiple years, it's sometimes it's hard to see your actions in the play through the thick of it, that sometimes you need to step back and be like, oh child, that was me. And honesty is the key. And I feel like through talking about it, and talking about the actions and the hurt and the pain and the joy, and being honest with my feelings, because for a long time I wasn't honest with my feelings, whether it was good, bad, great, or ugly, because of the fear of being judged. Like, pressure comes from good, but the pressure comes from bad too. Like, everybody putting pressure on you and pressure on you and pressure on you, that sometimes when you feel something good or bad, Or even when something of joy happens, you feel like you can't even be happy or benefit from the win because you got to keep going, or because you're going to be ungrateful or not appreciative of many miles or many ways or whatever you had to do to actually get there. So it's like, okay, I could smile for a little bit and let me go about my day. Or I could cry for a little bit and let me go about my day. Or as of like me, I feel like sadness and anger is unnecessary. Like, why am I feeling this? So I, again, suppress those emotions. So I would cry for 3 seconds and go about my day. I still struggle till today to be like, you know, like vulnerability. Like, hey, that made me angry, or hey, that made me sad. And because since I feel like it's unnecessary based on whatever interactions I had with people, how am I going to be expressive to you when you do me wrong? When you even do something well for me? Because even like when somebody be like, oh, I like this about you, or I like that about you, I be like, happy birthday. Don't compliment me. Don't try to talk to me. Don't try to come up to me, give me a compliment, ask me for my number. I am running. I am running away. Girl, boy, baby, dog, cat, dolphin, I'm running. And my friends could attest to that. I be gone with the wind fabulous. And don't let me like you. I'm definitely gone. Gone like Forrest Gump. So it's like normalizing vulnerability is something that I have to teach myself, because I have to unlearn that vulnerability is necessary, because I was taught that was unnecessary. Why am I telling you how you made me feel when you know how you made me feel? When it's like people aren't mind readers. So what's okay to people that might not be okay with you, how do you expect the next person to know it's not okay with you when you don't feel vulnerable enough or feel like it's necessary enough to be sad, to be angry? How you gonna do that with others? And most importantly, how you gonna do that with yourself? Because if you're treating people like that, for me, I don't want to say everybody. I'm my worst critic, so I'm gonna treat the next person better than I'm gonna treat myself. So if I can't be vulnerable with the next person, I definitely can be vulnerable with myself. I may think it. I may write it in my little journal, but that's it. Would I speak it? No. That shit would live rent free in my mind every day, all day. And it will be bothering me, but I'll be fully functional. Fully functional. Emotional lessons learned through feeling deeply. You can't fix everybody. You cannot fix everyone. Even if you know the answer. Especially if you know the answer. Especially if you know which way to go. Especially if you know how to fix it. You cannot fix everyone. And you can't fix everyone the way you want to fix everyone. Let that nigga drown. And I don't mean physically, I mean figuratively. Let that nigga drown. Let that bitch drown. Not every venting session it's an opportunity for you to fix something. What you do and what you show up for others, be expected for them not to do that in return. And I know everyone acts like they do, like, oh, I'm gonna do for you, and it doesn't mean I'm doing for you for what I get back in return. But come on, everything is transactional. Everything is transactional. So if you're gonna show up for someone, take note for how you show up for them, because a lot of people cannot show up for you the way you show up for them. Because life be lifing. Life happens. People get married, people have kids, people have jobs, people got families, family getting sick, this person doing this person that. So if you're gonna ride for someone, ride for yourself. If you're gonna go hard for someone, go hard for yourself until somebody matches that energy. Period, point blank. But lessons that I've learned through feeling deeply is you cannot fix everyone. You can't show everybody the light. You can't bring everybody to the light. You can't bring every horse to the water. Like, you just can't. No matter how much you drag, because one thing about niggas, they will pull you in the hole while you reaching out your hand, they will pull you in the hole and use your body for momentum to get out, and then watch you be in there. And then be like, but why you there? Like, get out. I don't want to be with you no more. I don't want to be around you no more. You ain't a shit friend. You this, you that, and a third. But I wasn't that a minute ago. I wasn't all that when I was helping you. Use those motherfucking boundaries. Put those boundaries up. Because at the end of the day, when you lay your head, ain't nobody got you like you got you. I'm all for friends. I'm all for significant others. I'm all for everything. Especially up in this love drought. I am all for everything. If you got good people around you, hold on to that shit. But remember, you cannot fix everyone. Especially me as a fixed sign, as the fixed sign. You cannot fix everyone. You cannot fix everything, even if you know. Like, nigga, one plus one is two. You just gotta be one. But if they want to be 50 million, let them be 50 million. I learned that the hard way, and I still learn that the hard way. You can't bring everybody with you. You just can't. Growth that came from allowing you to feel those feelings. Anyway, I just felt like I had to say that. Anyway, this year, I guess. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not defined by what happened to me. That's not my story. I'm me before the heartbreak, before the losses, before the accolades, before the title, before the hair colors, before the fashion, before the podcast, before everything. I am me. I am me. And I'm using this time to learn me. Because compliments shouldn't be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be a struggle for me to answer, tell me about yourself. What do you like to do? That shouldn't be a struggle for me. And I like what I like. And don't ever be embarrassed of liking what you like because others don't like what you like. I like being on the phone. I like kisses. I like romance. I like PDA. I like all that shit. But because other people don't like it, I'm not supposed to. I like tradition. I like the whole giving your sons your husband name. I like, as a me, I'm gonna give my daughter my middle name because my mom has the same middle name. My grandmother has the same middle name. My great grandmother has. I like shit like that. It makes me feel included. It makes me feel like I have a legacy. I like that girly pop shit. I like getting cute. But because of other people's intimidation of me over the years, I may have dimmed my light. But not anymore. I need to be okay with making other people uncomfortable. Not I need to change myself because you're uncomfortable. Because whatever I'm making you feel in a sense of my presence, me not even saying anything yet, that has everything to do with you and not me. You are not what happened to you. That's not who you are. That's not who I am. Not no more. I release it, I rebuke it, and I let it go. Because I'm more than that. If life taught me anything, is that you're more than that. If no one is going to show you, God is going to show you, and you're going to show yourself. You are more than that. You are more than that. Tears can bring you clarity. Tears can bring you space of realization. Tears could bring you joy. Feelings are meant to be felt. Tiffany, feelings are meant to be felt. Feelings are meant to be felt. Softness is my superpower. Softness is your superpower. Softness is a superpower. Until next time, be gentle with who you're becoming.